Hey! Another week, another video. Today, we're going to be making an eggplant sub. Hit that subscribe button. No need to talk anymore. Let's get started here on Cook! Don't be lazy! Eggplant. I've never worked with it. All I know is that I gotta cut this guy into little cubes. I don't even know when it's ripe. When they're done. Well, not done, but how do you pick one out from the supermarket? I just kind of, when I went to the store, I just kind of pressed on one and got one that was kind of firm but not too firm, a little soft but not too soft. So I figure all I gotta do to cube this up, just do this. Real easy. So when you're done cutting up your eggplant, grab yourself some sort of skillet or a frying pan. Set your stove to a medium, which is about a 6. And we might as well set our stove to broil so we can get things going. We want this pan to preheat before we move on to our next step. Olive oil. Oops, you don't want to cook that. Couple of tablespoons. Some minced garlic. I don't have much of this left, so I'm just gonna dump all of that in there because that's all I have left. Stir this up. We're gonna cook this for about 45 seconds or so. Grab your eggplant. Don't be like me dumping it all over the floor. Part of it just fell all over the floor. I guess I got way too much eggplant cut up. You can get back in there. You can get back in there. You can get back in there. Italian seasoning. Stir this up. Now it's looking a little dry to me, so I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more olive oil. And what we want to do is cook this down for about 5 or 6 minutes, just until the eggplant is looking cooked, soft, stirring every minute or so. Alright, next step. Marinara sauce. Ooh, struggle to open that baby up. How much? Enough to coat. I don't know, half a cup, 3/4 cup. You don't want to overdo it. This is about the right amount right here. Also, some salt. Salt's going to be to taste. Stir it up. Cover it up. Turn off the stove. And we're just going to let it sit there for the next few minutes. What we're going to be doing in the meantime is prepping our sub roll. In a microwave safe dish, put in about 2 tablespoons of butter and some of that olive oil. About 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't know if that's 2 tablespoons or not, but it's close enough. I'll eyeball it. And a little bit of garlic powder. What we're going to do is microwave this. So after about 20-25 seconds of being nuked, should have something like that. Get yourself a baking sheet. I'm going to line mine up with some aluminum foil just to make cleanup real easy. take your sub rolls. And we're basically just going to brush on this homemade garlic butter onto the inside portion of our not garlic bread, of our sub roll bread. Look at that, just enough. Perfect. That's what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and get this guy in the oven. Remember, the oven is set to broil. We're going to broil this for about 4 or 5 minutes. We don't want to burn it, so keep an eye on it. In the next 4 or 5 minutes, you can go ahead and drink a little bit of milk. Don't drink too much though, because this can easily burn on you. Woo! Get it out, get it out, get it out! Almost there. Almost burned on me. Almost burned it. Almost burned it. But we're good, because look at that. Well, not burned. It's just nice and crispy on the inside. See that? The bottom part is not burned at all. I can do this all day. Look at that. Look at that. Not burned at all. Just nice and crispy on the inside. Alright. Move on to the next step. And that was actually about 2.5 minutes. Speaking of which, let's set our stove to about a 300 while we're at it, because we're going to put this back in the oven, but we don't want to put it in broil mode. So set your stove to 300 while we're at it. Take some of that mixture from earlier and spread it on your roll. And who would have thought that I have literally enough for 3 subs. Now mind you, I didn't use my full eggplant. I didn't use all of it, because I didn't want to overcrowd my my skillet. So load up your roll with this yummy eggplant mixture. And look at that, just enough. Perfect for 3 rolls. Alright, get that very last bit of it in there. Here's what we want to do. Mozzarella cheese. I took a block of it, cut some slices out of it. So you're going to layer some mozzarella cheese on top. And you can put as much cheese or as little cheese as you want. I think I'm going to put just like that. So I think what I want to do is, because this side is already kind of nice and toasty, I'm going to flip the tops just like that, because we're going to stick this back into the oven, and I want the top to kind of crisp up just a little bit. So we're going to stick this bad boy back into the oven. Remember, we set the stove back to 300. So we're going to let this cook in there for about 3 to 5 minutes. All we're looking for is for that cheese to melt. After that, time to plate up. Eggplant sub. Real easy to make. Give it a shot, and I'll see you guys next week here on Cook. Don't be lazy.